Today, I want to pay a tribute to a giant of African journalism, a Pan-Africanist, Dr. Shaka Ssali. My best friend, my mentor, my colleague, and the man who gave me his shoulders to climb on. Before I ever met Shaka in person, I knew his voice. In our home growing up, the only TV we watched was the news. The Voice of America, where I've worked alongside Shaka, the BBC Focus on Africa, and other international broadcasters. And there was Shaka, confident, clear, and fearless. My father, Jerome, who was one of Shaka's friends, made sure we watched, listened, and Shaka became a part of our daily lives. I finally met him in September 1997 at Makerere University. He had been invited by the Mass Communication Department to give a public lecture. When he walked into the hall, the room went silent. His presence was magnetic. He told us his story, from his humble beginnings in Kabale, southwestern Uganda, to dropping out of school and joining the army as a cadet officer, to fleeing into exile in Germany, and finally making his way to the United States, where he started over, and his undergraduate degree in Albany, New York, and went on to do his graduate studies at the University of California, UCLA, where he also got his PhD. That day, Shaka said something that was so profound that would change my life. He said, "If a kid from Kabale can make it, why not you?" He stayed after his lecture, gave out his business cards, and when it came to my turn, I told him, "Sir, I want to be like you." He looked at me and smiled in his voice and said, "Call me anytime," as he handed me a business card. And yes, I did. That conversation began a relationship that would last over 26 years. Together, we traveled the world, traveled across the African continent, meeting heads of state, interviewing political leaders, CEOs, most importantly, ordinary people. Shaka believed in democracy, in press freedom, in holding people in power to account, and empowering the next generation of African journalists. But for all his accomplishments, Shaka lived simply. He had no mansions, no fancy cars. He walked, took the bus, jumped onto Ubers, lifts, taxis, and trains. He gave what he had, money, time, and advice, to those who needed it the most. He lived what he preached. He was also human. He made mistakes, but his heart was pure, and his values never wavered. He made me a better person, not just as a journalist, but as a man. Shaka often said, "Let's keep the African hope alive." And yes, we will. In his honor, I'm launching a new podcast, Different Perspectives with Paul Ndiho, a platform where we will continue the work he started. We'll hold politicians accountable, advocate for truth, and give people from all walks of life a place and a space to share their diverse views. We'll continue talking, we'll continue asking the tough questions, and we'll keep the African hopes alive. Rest well, my friend Shaka. Your voice echoes still, and your legacy lives on. Good night, my friend. Rest well.